Hey neighbors, the handyman here with Initiative Coffee Company, the Bill Allan here with Bill Allan World, and we are here at GaryCon.
GaryCon 11!
The Mecca, the Medina, the pilgrimage of tabletop gaming.
In Lake Geneva.
It's in Lake Geneva. A short 1 hour drive.
It's nice to not have to drive 4 hours through Indiana.
It's fantastic.
To go to a convention.
We can avoid the whole state of Indiana. That place is a trash fire.
Yep, it's true.
We are joined today with our dear friends from RealmSmith.
Jason and Joel are here. Yay! We have a small live studio audience, which consists of the crew and Elise.
Yeah.
And Brian. Guys, it's great to have you here. And this, of course, has been a tremendous weekend. It's a very exciting weekend. For those who haven't been able to catch any of the amazing GaryCon live streaming happening, Jason and Joel were very generous. And I will lead into that. Why don't you guys describe the amazingness that happened yesterday, and then we'll talk about costuming. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, gosh. It was just an incredible opportunity to be a part of the first official GaryCon Twitch stream ever. And literally it happened when Stefan and I were sitting in their studio in New York, and he said, hey, you want to come play at a game at GaryCon? I was like, yeah, sure. And then literally just snowballed from there. And then Luke got involved, and Satine got involved, and it was just a whole awesome thing.
So how did you guys come up with the idea of the gifts?
Yeah,
because that was a pretty epic. That was one of many surprises that happened yesterday. But it was pretty epic. So talk about that.
Yeah, so we do monthly crates, as we'll talk about. But we thought, how awesome would it be to give each player at the table a crate that they could use for the session, along with a custom painted mini. For the session.
And I think that's important. This is not just like, oh, we brought some of our regular monthly crates. These were custom. So talk about this. So obviously this took some coordination with Stefan, because you had to know who was playing what, so that you guys could make and paint those custom minis. Talk about that process.
Yeah, so Stefan, being the artisan and craftsman that he is, actually hand drew character sheets that went in the boxes. And of course then sent us hand-drawn maps and like a 20-page city of Valeria kind of
instruction sheet.
It was great. It was amazing. So he sent us all the files. We printed it all back in Toronto, included it in the box, and along with a bunch of our stuff from our partners that we typically put in a lot of our boxes. So
the RealmSmith crate. RealmSmith started. You were doing painting demos.
Yeah. So it started. We doing tutorials. We did kind of official tutorials with Vallejo and WizKids. We've done a number of those, and we started doing like terrain tutorials like years ago. 2 years ago actually, and then it just kind of snowballed from there.
You guys sponsored the paint and take at Origins this year.
Yeah, so we're doing a lot of paint and takes at shows this year. Awesome. We did it last year. We're doing it again this year with our partners WizKids and Vallejo, and it's just been an amazing kind of experience.
So Brian's kind of talking about the crates. Elaborate a little bit more on that stuff.
So Jason for a little while was doing the tutorials, and we were, it's hard to make any kind of money doing doing anything these days online.
I mean,
YouTube.
follow your dreams.
Follow your dreams.
Make sure that you do all that.
Do what your heart calls you to do. But while you're doing that, think about how to generate revenue. And so that was the real thing. We knew we wanted to be a content company. We knew that RealmSmith needed to kind of keep doing the YouTube videos, and as we were growing our audience, just trying to figure out how to generate enough revenue to make it happen. And so we just thought about the crates and thought, hey, perhaps there's a way for our audience to really enjoy an encounter every month. And it really started out as an encounter crate, as just a way for every DM who subscribed to our crates to have that monthly, for sure, good experience for your players every month.
The simple concept was, we're showing people how to do it in video. What if we sent them everything they needed to track along with us at home?
So how do you stand above and beyond the other half a dozen crates that are in the market? You know, there's Dungeon Crate, there's RPG Crate.
Sure.
We're really good friends with Dungeon Crate. We've done some work together, but there's a bunch in the market. What makes you special?
I mean, we're not super. We've obviously done our research and our market research, but we're not a loot crate, and so we're not just a crate with some things, awesome things for everyone. We are DMs, which is actually quite a niche kind of market, and it closes in our market a little bit. But everything in the crate is curated for that encounter. And so you're not getting anything outside of what would make and enhance the experience of what we're providing in that crate. And now, starting in January, we have a string of narrative that goes through it. So every single month, the story continues on for that DM and for the players at the table.
That's cool. So it's that kind of customized content with all the tools that they're going to need to make that happen.
That's right.
And the continuity behind it all.
And the continuity and the video content to help guide them through that, whether it's the process for prepping or the actual encounter, how to run it, that kind of stuff.
That's right. So that's the challenge, right? It's like DMing is actually a lot harder. I mean, it's fun, but it's hard. It takes a lot of time, a lot of hours. So whatever we can do to kind of bring that time down for a DM, that was really the goal. Is to just arm the DM.
And I think that's an important distinction. I think that might be the biggest buy-in for as a DM who's trying to train other DMs who are starting off new that don't have the decades-long library of ideas for things in their head. Yes, you could get to the point where you can improv an entire session and it'll be magnificent.
For sure.
But the prep is something that you don't always understand until you go through the DMing process. You guys taking away some of that prep time and allowing people to kind of free up these things to tie in their ideas to what you've built for them is huge. I think that's a big buy-in.
And I think for us, our modules, the way we've built them is literally we have queues, and we don't want to railroad players. We don't want to railroad DMs, but it'll say like light the blazing hearth candle from the tavern, and you open it up. You light it and it smells like a campfire.
It so does.
Or like a fireplace, right? And so we're giving them tools and kind of walking them through it and allowing them to expand as much as possible.
I just had a light bulb moment. I'm just sure this is my marketing pitch to you. Okay,
here it is.
You bust this out, right? And I'm thinking because this whole time I'm like, yes, of course, DMs need maps, they need props, you need mini and dice and tokens and other cool things to accessorize your game and to make it more immersive. But few master DMs break through into the sensory powers of smell, man. I mean, great DMs will use music, they'll use visuals, but smell is immersive. You guys are that's another thing here.
Right now, just before we say that, now we're actually in the midst of creating, and we have a local artisan that's creating all our candles for us in Toronto. We have a sewer smell that we're perfecting for the next encounter.
That's awesome. What's next? Baked goods?
Well, we have one of those too.
The truth is that the sense of smell is the one that is tied the most to our memories. So we want to make memorable experiences for players, right? And there's really nothing better than a smell.
Sure.
Well, I mean, sensory, smell, memory connections. I think a lot of my formative D&D memories are tied to pizza and Cheetos. So.
There you go.
So there you go.
I tell you what, I was clearing the set yesterday, and I took a bunch of dishes to the dish room, and I'll let you know that I never wanted to smell a dish room again. 11 years smelling dish rooms, and
we'll work on a dish room
brought
candle.
right back there, and I was like, oh,
and you will never forget.
Exactly.
So we talked about the candle. Right. So
Yep.
walk us through what comes in a typical monthly crate for you.
So
monthly or
monthly. So right now we're doing 6 crate arcs. And so it's just the story arc, and it'll continue on throughout the year.
Cool.
But the idea is that we have a nice little arc, and then you can actually, and we're launching it in April. I don't know if we can even talk about it yet.
Let's do it.
Okay, so this is the
Spoilers
first time.
right
This
here,
is
bro.
spoilers.
That's it.
This is first time here.
GaryCon exclusive.
Right now, you subscribe in February, you get February's crate, and then you miss the last ones. We're switching our whole thing on its head. So when you subscribe, you get the first crate of that story arc.
Oh, wow.
And so everybody was saying, everybody loved the January crate. We had like a wooden mug in there that was for the tavern.
Sure.
We had like the Rusty Dragon bar set from the Pathfinder WizKid stuff. And so they loved it, and they're like, oh, we really want that crate. Can we still buy it? And we're like, no, it's past. Well, that's not the case anymore. So you subscribe, month 1, you get the first crate, and then you get every crate after that. And then it just carries on into the next adventure
So
series.
it's not like a monthly subscription so much as like I'm signing up for this run of crates.
Right.
That's awesome.
And it is recurring monthly.
Right.
But it's not, you don't get
like
that month.
this month's crate.
That's right.
Like, that's cool.
We're switching it up, and it makes so much more sense, and it's easier for us to write.
I mean, and if you're telling a story, you don't want people to jump in halfway through.
Instead
just
of
not
being
the same.
serial, it's more of a campaign, which I think
Exactly.
is another thing that distinguishes what you guys are doing, because typically loot crates, dungeon crates have cool swag, but there isn't a long-term, consistent kind of cohesiveness. So I think that's another great thing.
We really are, like we said, trying to solve DM problems.
So in each crate we have like a 12-page module, 8 to 12-page module. which is written by us.
Cool.
Currently, we were using other partners as well, and we will use other partners in the future for kind of offshoot things. But we're writing them ourselves, myself and Brandon, who are our DMs on our live streams. Then you'll get a candle for an encounter within that, and then you'll get everything to run one encounter. So the module expands past that, but if there's a combat encounter, that's included. Sure. And so for February's crate, which just shipped in February, you had all the bandits you needed for a back alley encounter. You had some papercraft building, so you get like a stack of it like this, of really good quality papercraft on cardboard that you can create. What am I missing? Minis, candle,
The paints.
the paints. So if you want Vallejo paints, you pay a little bit extra, and you get cheaper than you would anywhere else. You get a whole set of Vallejo paints for the minis that are in the encounter. You get a Sirenscape, a sound set card that is custom. So they're actually doing them for our
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we create them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we're building them as we write the module.
Shout out to the
Our
Sirenscape
artwork.
guys.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Amazing. So then you get a card, you download the custom sound set for that encounter, and then you run it. In fact, January's had, I just got goosebumps from it. It's so cool.
Yay!
January's actually had voices from the characters on our live stream in the background of the tavern
Yeah.
for that crate, which is so
really
cool.
That's
So his
rad.
character will be like, "Oh, let's have a song," and like, it's so crazy cool.
really
All right, let's talk about brass tacks then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is our price point on
Yeah.
this monthly crate?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
when you consider you
no.
consider how much time we're saving at DM, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Let's leave our job to us here.
Yeah, sorry. One thing I didn't say actually is we also do like specific handout stuff. So in the February crate, there was like a letter from one of the people that represented.
Yeah.
In the first crate, in the Shattered Shield, you get a Shattered Shield mug with the Shattered Shield logo.
Cool.
And so there are like, in every one, we have like a mystery sort of item
yeah.
that kind of goes with what is in there. Anyways, go ahead.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the question was, what's the value?
Price
so
point.
we have a $69 a month crate and a $99 a month
And that's the one
crate.
that comes with the paints.
That's right. The one with the paints will have paints monthly. The first one will have brushes.
Yeah.
And then every month after that, you get the paints for the minis for that crate.
And we
That's
don't. We
5 or 6 paint colors?
10.
10.
Yeah.
You get 10 Vallejo bottles, full Vallejo bottles.
You guys know that
in a
like
box.
10 Vallejo paints is usually like
I know.
$60 alone.
I know. That's
Yeah.
we're friends with Vallejo.
So they're a partner of ours,
Yeah.
so we
So,
we get
So-
awesome deal for it.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. So and the beautiful thing is that we try and not what do I say?
Repeat?
We repeat paint colors, and so we're trying. So by the end of the 6
Cool.
months, you actually
have
have
a
a
set.
decent
Full
set.
set,
Yeah,
yeah.
not a full set. but
That's
yeah,
incredible.
decent.
Yeah,
Actually, I mean,
Yeah.
so
It's hard, trust me, but yeah.
based on what Brian was saying and the other content that you have in the box, your $69 a month, like that level. Say you don't need the paints or
Yeah.
you have your own already.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's still probably double.
We're
value.
we're definitely getting closer to doubling the value of the crate.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Figure
amazing.
Yeah.
Not to
Candles probably
mention
15 alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Papercraft's not cheap.
Yeah.
No, not
Props.
cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
Props,
like
everything
we
else.
don't
Minis.
cheap out on any of the material in the box.
Yeah.
Like it's all really great minis, all really great paper. Like the paper we use is super thick cardstock.
Yeah, sure.
We really do want the experience to be like an awesome session.
Awesome.
Right? Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So
This is in line with like the beetling the beetling
Beetling
grim.
Grim.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
yeah, it's
It's a
that
premium.
was
It's a premium
not
box.
intentional.
yeah.
no, yeah.
Thanks for wearing.
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not intentional.
Yeah.
but-
It's a different thing.
so Reno Brian is passing us one of your boxes
yeah,
from
sure.
last
Yeah.
night, just
Yeah.
so you guys.
This is what the box looks like right now. We're actually designing our own. So as of hopefully in the next month or so,
Yeah.
we'll have our own custom designed
That's cool.
crate. This is just whatever. What I will say though is we're running a promo now that every month you'll get a single Norse Foundry die in your box.
Oh,
And so
cool.
starting with the D4 and then counting up.
Sweet.
So for the first 7 months.
Right.
You'll get 1 dice in each crate, and then at the end, you get a RealmSmith hex chest by Elderwood Academy.
That's awesome.
With the RealmSmith logo on it.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
That's
So
killer.
again, just
Yeah.
a thank you and that's totally a bonus item that we've thrown in for DMs.
and the tie-in, so that
Yeah.
if you're
Totally.
consistent and
Yeah.
you buy into that community,
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
you're getting the intellectual property, the creative content,
Yeah.
That's right.
the DM props, all the cool accoutrements that help make that immersive environment.
That's
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And we've got all
What's-
kinds of other things
What
going
else
on.
do you guys have on the horizon? Like
Yeah.
what can we expect in 2019?
Yeah.
And also like Where else are you guys going to be? Are you going to be hitting other conventions?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
what are you kind of doing with your web stuff? Talk
Sure.
a little bit about that.
Sure, yeah. We didn't talk about the live streams. So one thing that people can catch us is every Monday night we do have a live stream. We're looking to go weekly and another night in the week as well.
Cool.
And so we're really upping that. I'm doing this full time as of last week. As of yesterday,
Congrats.
actually.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So thank you, and it's been great. And the nice thing is actually once a month we do a noob stream where we walk our noobs through the crate, and so those
Cool.
exclusive for members of the Realm, which you get a membership as part of your crate to kind of a private group, and so they can actually watch us play through it and get ideas
Yeah.
from it. So the live streams is a big one, and then we will be at Origins doing a paint and take with Vallejo and WizKids.
Do you want to spoil
That's
some of the
the
names
next
on
one.
that paint and take?
What's that?
You want to spoil some of the names on that paint and
No.
take? No?
No, I can't.
Worth a shot.
You can expect some of the usuals. We've had Satine, we've had Rudy.
Holly
we've
did one
had
last
Holly,
year.
Holly
yeah.
last year.
V did one last year, right?
V,
that's right.
Yep, all those folks. So you can expect all those people and more, I'm sure.
That's awesome.
But that's the next show we're doing is Origins. Apart from that, I know we're doing PAX again in October, but in between here and there, we're still figuring out
Yep.
Cool.
all that stuff.
That's
So
cool,
it's
man.
very exciting.
Well, thanks for being here,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah,
Thanks
thank
for,
you.
you guys were kind of instrumental in being a major stream sponsor and supporting GaryCon's first effort with streaming this year. And of course, we hope, that we'll reconnect next year and make all this magic once again.
Yeah, well, we
we
want
got
to
big
say,
plans.
yeah, we have
For GaryCon this
so
year.
enjoyed our time at GaryCon. Like, it is an awesome con, and this is our first time, but we will definitely be here again,
Yeah.
and hopefully you'll have us as sponsors again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
has been great. So thanks again for coming on.
Thank you
and
so much, guys.
again, RealmSmith has a lot going on. So find them, realmsmith.tv.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're making the content and the physical product. So check it out and stay tuned for more GaryCon 11